This is Will Nunziata, and I'm so excited to be speaking with the acclaimed singer, songwriter, actor, NICOLE WEISS. Hello, NICOLE, how are you?
Hi, Will, I'm good, how are you?
NICOLE, I'm doing so much better, not only because I'm finally meeting you, but because the audience just got a sneak peek of your original tune, Long Game, that the audience actually probably saw a familiar face and another artist that I've spoken with and now have befriended, the amazing Kuhu Verma. Talk to me about the impetus for that song. And also, I know that you were in a little award-winning off-Broadway ditty called Octet with Kuhu, but I want to just first hear about the song and then, well, frankly, anything else you want to talk about.
Sure. Okay, wow. The song Long Game it's about kind of a lot of things, but a lot of it is about like someone that I dated, kind of an amalgamation of people, honestly, because that's usually what happens, but who I really, really liked very like right away. And then it ended kind of quickly. And it like all that like momentum built up and all of that, yeah, all that build up and then just nothing. And it's like where to put all that. So it's kind of about like not knowing, like wishing I could have said certain things or told them certain things. And then there also was a bit just about feeling like I was kind of an interim or like a rebound, like an interim person from someone else. So that's what that first line comes from, which I'll let you listen on your own. There's like screaming in the background, sorry.
NICOLE, I mean, honestly, it's New York, baby. I have my Maltese Vincent who you met off camera, who's about to bark, most likely. So you are absolutely fine. Hello, New York. NICOLE, I want to also know, obviously these past 18 months have been tough on everyone, but especially artists. What were you able to do during this time that A, kept your creative juices flowing, but also things that you did just to stay sane and optimistic?
I will not say that I stayed sane or optimistic at all, but the things that I did to stay alive, what I did to stay alive was I watched a lot of TV. I tried to go.
Any good shows?
I mean, I literally watched everything that could have. I watched Ozark and I watched.
Wait, can we talk about Ozark for a second?
Okay, let's go.
Laura Linney.
I know. She could sell me anything.
Like chameleon, like.
She's like the perfect person for that gig because she's just so, she smiles and the dimples and you're just like, yeah, you're just like a nice mom. Like you just don't, yeah, it's amazing.
But she's got like a 5-act play going on behind her eyes.
Oh, 5-act play. Yeah, I love it.
We're on the same page. Keep going.
Yes. So so one thing I did to stay like kind of artistically plugged in, because at a certain point I was like, I just can't do this. Doing nothing all day. I found a friend invited me to this online songwriting collective called International Songwriters Collective. And it was what it sounds like. It's like a bunch of songwriters from all over the world. And we would Zoom once a week, I think at that point. Now it's like way much less often because of the back to normal. But we would meet and we'd be matched up with one or two other songwriters and or producers and given like an assignment, like, write a song with the color blue somehow in it or part of the theme or the word or anything. And we would meet, we would work on it. And then the producer person would kind of take over and produce it as much as possible in a week. And then we'd present it and then get feedback. And it was like, just one of the few things that kept me afloat because it was something creative. And it was like, I met all these incredible people from all over and I'm hoping to meet some of them in person at some point because I like love them now and they're my collaborators. So anyway, that was what held me together.
That's amazing, NICOLE. I mean, in addition to being a fantastic actor, singer, songwriter, like you said, collaborator, and obviously a fiery redhead. I'm so curious to know, selfishly, as a creator and director of the theater, are there any potential new larger works that you're either working on or have seedlings of ideas about? Because, like, for example, Long Game, like I'm listening to it, I'm like, there's an arc here. So I'm like, if this, then what? This is obviously someone who is a great storyteller.
Thank you. That's a good question. I do feel this kind of like pull towards creating something, and I don't know if I want to write, like if I want to put it into like a musical or something, but I feel like a lot of the themes of the songs I write have to do with relationships and kind of how they're underscored by like any kind of generational trauma, and like just how it's all just this like mess of like, here our communication with each other in this relationship is really just us communicating with like our childhood selves and our parents and all that crap and whatever we've been through. And so I, that's just a topic that I'm continuously interested in, kind of just relationships and childhood stuff and like intergenerational stuff. I'd like to explore that more. And I don't know if it'll ever be beyond just like writing more songs in that vein, or because I've thought about writing a musical. I just need to do it.
Well, I think it's daunting. I mean, just to like give you affirmation, Nicole, and I just got a little bit of a chill only because you're speaking a lot of my own truth. I would say my biggest thing, frankly, that I've been most fascinated with, not only talking with artists about, but anyone, my husband, God bless him, has heard me speak about it till I'm blue in the face, is that this has been a time more than ever where people were forced to at least face, if not reacquaint themselves with their younger selves.
Oh yeah.
And maybe for the first time, ask, how are you? Maybe for the first time, ask, what do you need? What do you want? And what do you need to move through to finally be okay? And so, I mean, for someone like you, I could, whether it's, you thinking about the big musical or not, it could just, like you said, maybe just some songs come out of you. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, ooh, there's a thread here amidst patches on a quilt.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's kind of the way it'll happen, is just continuing to like process the things that I want to process through songwriting, and then threading it together somehow if I feel like it. So
yeah. And also like and what I forget too, and then I have to remind myself, but for all of us, we're all still moving through this trauma. Like,
yes.
And I don't know about you, like it ebbs and flows from, I mean, I suffer from mental illness, anxiety, depression, all that stuff. And I feel very comfortable speaking with you about it. But, I'm curious to know, final question for you, Nicole. First and foremost, I want to let everyone know, for more on the incredible NICOLE WEISS, you can read more about them right below this video. As the world slowly but surely opens up, what are you most excited about as an artist and as a human?
Oh man, it's like my brain is flooded with like so many positive things, and then also the negative things of like, will that really happen? Because I just feel like what I want and what I love is just like collaborating and being in rooms with people, and like I love rehearsing, and I love like just hanging out and like making stuff and like working through processing these like these traumas, because that's healing. But then I think about just like, it just feels like everything is held up by like capitalism and just all the other things in the way of just so much oppression. And even in the arts, it's like, it's a lot. So, I really do hope that, there's more jobs available for artists so we can do what we're here to do. Cause like, I even, it makes me question whether to keep going sometimes, even though I don't think I'll ever like quit, because I just feel like, so like, how are we gonna, it just feels insurmountable sometimes. And it feels impossible to like break through and actually be a working artist. It feels like, oh, I need to like work and then do my art on the side. And it's never gonna like become, this like integrated experience. But I also have this like the optimistic part of me, and the like kind of the inner child thing, like we were talking about. It's like, for her, I'm like, okay, no, we're going to do this. Like, we're not giving up on this. Like, dream is even like to whatever of a word. It's like a mission or like a purpose. So I feel like my purpose is to connect with people and to collaborate with people and to heal people, including myself and my inner child. Wow, we're really in therapy right now, but
I'm so grateful. Like literally, I should Venmo you for therapy.
I'll take it.
Will, I also accept Zelle and PayPal, but keep going, my love.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Like I'm a Libra, so and I blame everything on being a Libra, but it's real. Like I feel like anytime I answer any question, it's like there's this, but there's also this complete opposite thing. And I'm kind of living in this gray area all the time where I'm contradicting myself, but it's kind of like that is where the good stuff is, or that's where the stuff is. I don't know if it's good, but it's,
you bet your bottom dollar. I mean, I always say that there's perfection within the imperfection and actually within the mess. And within the mess is the beauty. Within the mess is that childlike wonder of possibility. And look at Nicole, I'm not worried about you. I know that, you know, I'm sure your family says that as well, but you have such an amazing it factor about you. It's beyond your talent. It's you have a strong purpose within you. You know, just you naming your North Star right now in your thesis and mission statement is one thing, but you also, you also are, representing so many people out there who may not feel they have any opportunity to have a voice. And the fact that you're doing such amazing work with such grace and gratitude, like I'm thinking of like the young Wills and the young Nicoles of the world. And I'm like, oh my God, I would be like, Nicole's such a badass.
Well, you're so sweet. That's really, that like warms my heart. And same to you, really.
Well, Nicole, as we talked off camera, we're both good friends with Kuhu. You can ask her. I kind of say it like it is. And I think you're an incredible artist and human. And I'm grateful and glad that we are now connected.
Yes, me too. I hope we can hang in real life and do something soon.
You bet, baby. I'm buying you that first cup of coffee. Do you drink coffee?
Right now, I'm like more on the matcha train.
I'll buy you a fucking great matcha. Excuse my
amazing. I love it. God bless, as you would say.
GB.
GB.